Hello! We're back! Welcome to 48-Hour Art Check. I'm Kaitlin. This is Kayla. That's Kayla. That way.
Hi.
I pointed the wrong way again.
It's okay.
We have been gone for a little bit here with the Christmas holiday, traveling and family and all sorts of fun things, but we're back and it's the new year. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy new decade, too.
Heck yeah. Dude, we're so pumped right now. Got such good energy. We're going to talk about that later. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick off the first? What did you do in the past 2 weeks, week and a half?
Yeah, it's been crazy. Traveled and everything. I've been in Ohio, so I haven't done too much Adobe stuff. But anybody that follows my Instagram was able to see this. I didn't really post it anywhere else. I got into painting. So I painted this. I was talking to you about it before the show.
Yeah.
But it was super cool. I've seen like on TikTok a bunch of people like they just tape it and then they paint like single colors in each one, and I really love superheroes. And so I wanted to do different superhero logo in each one, and that took like hours. It seriously, I sat there looking at logos and everything for hours. I just wanted to not use my laptop for once to create art and it made me realize how dependent I am on my laptop to make art, because in my sketchbook I can just sketch it really quick and then just be like, oh, okay, now I can do this. But I had all the tape on it and I was like, it's going to look so much better without the tape, and I just kept on thinking it, and at one point I was like, I want to take off the tape, and somebody was like, you're not going to get the tape back on the way it was, and I was like, I know. So it taught me patience, and also I have a brand new respect. For, I was telling you this, a brand new respect for people that can ink and draw comics by hand and paint, just all of it. Brand new respect for it. Bravo to everybody, because I could not do this for a living. I can't. I'm too impatient. Yep. I like my Command Z. I like my my shortcuts. So,
yep.
Anyways, what about you?
So I didn't do much. We're just gonna start with that. My family does not like when I choose to go sit in a room by myself while they're there, and so I find, and it's been great. I don't want it to sound like I wasn't happy that my family was here, because I loved having my family here, but the last 2 people left today, and so I got stuff done today. But the rest of this Christmas vacation, I have barely done anything. So I worked on this little Instagram post, some cute little balloons.
I love it.
I know. I have mixed feelings about it. There are things that I would like to change about it if I had more time, but didn't have more time. And then I also, because I wanted to get something else done and I didn't get that done either. But we're gonna share another screen. I am back in Adobe After Effects. Oh, and there's an error. And you can't see anything because the design's all white and the background's transparent right now. But I am working. I ended up starting over, basically. I'm gonna have our intro I can't talk. Our intro little animation, it's gonna be done. It's gonna happen because I am ultra motivated. So that is going to happen next art check. We're gonna have that. So
ooh,
yeah, I'm committing now.
I'm stoked,
and I have all that great New Year energy, and it's gonna happen. So yeah.
All right. Challenges. Do you want me to start or do you want to start?
Yeah, you start.
I'll start. Okay. Well, just anybody that's watched the show or listened to it too, because I think podcasts have been in the works since we started. So anybody that's listened to it, either holiday time's not the easiest for me. I typically get like super depressed like typically. For last year, I got super depressed, and it was just super hard. But this year, I'm in Ohio with my roommate's family. They flew me out and just like treated me like they're treating me like I'm their own kid. Like these headphones they got like for my live streaming, obviously, and just a bunch of craziness. And it's just been like fun and like me trying to avoid just sitting down and being depressed.
Yeah.
And so it's really weird because I typically have used my art to like escape from being depressed. And so I'm in this like weird challenge of like, I'm not depressed and I want to do art. But like, if I get into art, then I feel like I'm escaping from being depressed and I'm not depressed. And it's a really weird association.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't know what's going on. It's absolutely weird. It's a challenge that I never thought I would like have.
Yeah.
But also just like, I mean, I love being in Ohio. Idaho is my home. And so I really feel like extra like I'm on vacation. And so just balancing vacation as well. You know, I want to hang out with everybody while I'm here because I don't know when I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know when I'll see everybody again. And so it's just like hanging out with everybody as much as possible. Plus, we're doing crazy things. We've been asked their like escape room, Kirtland, Ohio, just everywhere.
Yeah.
We've been doing it. So I haven't had much free time.
Yeah.
Which all of that is a huge blessing. I am not complaining about it at all. I just want to put that out there. It's a huge blessing. I'm not complaining about it at all. Like it's just a challenge for art.
Yeah, we get what you're saying. We get you.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, kind of the same thing, but on a less happier note. So I just won't talk about it for too long. But yeah, lots of cooking, cleaning, entertaining, doing all of that stuff. So yeah, I didn't get very much alone time. And so I didn't get a chance to sit down and do it. And honestly, that's taught me something really huge because like I noticed how I felt because I wasn't working on anything design-wise. And I think I've realized that like when everyone else goes to bed, like I don't have to go to bed. And since I know that if I'm like not enjoying how I'm feeling, then I just need to stay up a little bit later and work on something. And I realized that last night, and I wish I had realized that like halfway through the week, because then I could have like been working on stuff and dealt with things better. But yeah, I had a kind of cool little epiphany there about how I can, just because I'm going to bed doesn't mean I have to go to bed. Like I can sit up and work on stuff. So
gotcha. Next 48 hours. Well, next who knows however many hours until Monday.
Yes. What are you gonna do?
I want to do something. Like I'm out of it, hardcore out of it. It's been 2 weeks and I've been here 2 weeks and all I've done is paint. I also decorated Christmas cookies, which I guess counts as art because I tried really hard. But
yeah, it does.
I tried really hard. Like I legitimately did. I was like, I need to do art and this is gonna be my art. I don't know. I want to get back into Adobe really bad. You know what, actually? I know what I'm gonna do. My boyfriend and I are creating a vlog channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's not because like we want to get like famous or anything. I just don't have great memory and we do a bunch of fun things and like
I love that. You're gonna do it. You can remember the fun things you do. That's so cute.
Yeah. So and it's because sometimes it's hard for me, like, and the thing is, like, I'll always wind up remembering, but it's whether or not I have to sit there for 20 minutes and, like, seriously be like, I can't remember this, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, I'll remember that we did things, but I have, like, no timeline whatsoever for them because I'm remembering them later. And so, basically, we were in the car, we went to Walmart, how this came about really quick, because I'm excited about it. Yeah. We went to Walmart, and we went to go buy Christmas cards never wound up buying them because we couldn't find ones that we liked. And we hung out in Walmart for an hour and a half doing random like video games that we could find that we could play, and like playing with lightsabers and stuff. And I just like always record stuff for my Instagram story. And then I was like, what if we did a vlog? Like, so I could remember all this stuff. And he was like, yes, let's do it. We're going to make a brand. And like, so like, and so we're both just kind of going to make it. And I've been trying to come up with a name for it. And I would like to have a name by Monday and start working on a logo.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to launch it at least until April. But we're going to start uploading videos, but we're not going to like launch like the brand and everything at least until April. Right now, we're leaning towards the Rigby experience. That's his last name. But I don't know if we're going to keep it just being his last name. But we were going to do the JK experience because that's our initials. But there is already something out there called the JK experience. So we can't do that. But no clue. But I want to come up with a name and start working on a logo.
Nice.
So that's my goal. He's editing all the vlogs. I don't want a video edit. I'm done. What about you?
Yeah. I am going to get this animation done. I might stay up and actually finish it tonight because I'm at that. So I've decided that I need to do a shape tween with it. I think that's the easiest way for me to get it to do what I want. So I have gone through, and the way I like to do shape tweens is I like to design all of the steps in Illustrator and then just copy and paste them and make the time frames that way. Okay. And so I have all of the pieces designed in Illustrator and everything's like ready to go. I just need to do the copy and pasting part, basically. And then I've decided when I first designed it, the background was black and I didn't enjoy that as much. So I want to create like a light colored background to go behind it. But basically, it's going to be done by Monday. So
maybe you could use our turquoise.
Yes, I forgot about our turquoise. I could totally use our turquoise because the background I was working on is blue. Yes. All right. It's going to happen.
Just because the only thing that sticks out, we did the art check with Kurt, and the only thing he was like, I've never seen my name in turquoise, and it's probably the only time I'm going to see my name in turquoise. And I was like, I guess that's our color, but that would be cool.
All right. Yep. I'm going to incorporate our turquoise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. Well, it's your topic. Ooh, I'm on this side of the screen.
I have been super motivated for the past couple days because not only is it a new year, it is a new decade. This is like change your lifetime. Like I'm a firm believer in the things that you do now lay the foundations for the things you do in the future. And like you are poised at the perfect position to have the best decade. You just have to start laying that foundation now. And so I am like super motivated. I'm going to like, normally I don't like to make weight goals, mostly because like I don't ever meet them, but this is going to come back later. I have created a plan that's going to help me. And it's like, so I'm super focused on not only like how important it is to create goals and lay that foundation now, but also to have a plan to be able to achieve those goals. Because like so many people, like this is not to throw my family under the bus, but like we asked my dad what his New Year's resolution was, and he's like, I'm going to lose weight. And it's like, how are you going to do it? And he's like, I'm going to lose weight. And it's like, no, you need to have a plan. You need to have steps or you're going to miss it and you're going to end up not completing this goal. So we are talking about goals and the importance of goals and laying foundation and keeping that motivation and all that good stuff. So was there something specific you wanted to talk about, Kayla?
I'm just excited for this decade. But just like in all honesty, it kind of hit me last night, like how excited I am for this upcoming year, just because you and I were talking a bit before the show, but there's a potential for a lot of things to change in my life this year, and I'm really excited about that. And and it's not just in what we were talking about, but just like in everything that I'm doing. I'm gonna get really close to becoming a college senior this year. I'm gonna graduate college this decade. And I've just kind of been like reflecting back on my decade, because I started this decade, I was 10. And
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
like I was 10, and I just remember like when I was 10, it like that just wasn't a great year for me. And then every year after that, just it had its ups and downs, but it was not super great. And then in the past 2 years, I've really like laid the foundation for this decade to be huge. And I've been focusing a lot like at how much of a blessing it is to just to be here right now, because first off, my life 2 years ago could have gone so many different ways. I could be on the street. I could This is the last place that I could have been, like from all I beat at basically every single odd from what happened and what I've talked to people and stuff. But also, I never thought I was like, we've talked about this before, like, and it's never like to depress people or anything, but just like I never thought I was going to make it to the year 2020. I was always super nearsighted, not really in a great mind space. And so like the fact like I'm pumped up for like the next decade, and I'm like, I have so many goals that I want to achieve right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just psyched. Like I'm excited for the future and what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't like, it's just a weird thing, I guess. Just being pumped for it. Like I just have a bunch of new stuff going. Like I became Visual Society president at our college. And so like I have goals for that.
Yeah.
I as we're talking tonight, I'm probably gonna like talk through my goals, because you and I were talking earlier and I was like, I don't have any goals. And then I was like, I have goals.
Yeah, I believe my response to that was, really? You? No goals?
You sure? Because I'm pretty sure you're not sure.
Nothing? You got nothing you want to do?
No, I definitely have some goals. And I'm pretty excited for them. I don't know. Are we just gonna like do this by like sharing our goals and like how we're going to maintain them? I know a lot of people did like a year recap, so we didn't do that, but we're doing like a year shooting forward.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to do a year recap, but like I said, I am like so much more like the new year normally isn't a look back period to me, because I get that such hopeful energy. Because like I'm all about new starts. Like I love Mondays because like it's the first day of the week. It's a brand new beginning. Like it's a chance to be different. And like so I've never like done the look back at everything I've done type thing.
No, I was saying I'm happy that we didn't, because we were able to shoot forward. No, I don't want to. Last year was so insane. I can't remember some of it, so like I'm just like, let's shoot forward and go with this.
Forward. We're making goals.
Yeah. So how do you want to go about this?
We can just chat about our goals. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, so one of the goals that I have, I've kind of talked about it on here a couple of times already. I really want to be better about Instagram and social media. I really am trying to make the steps to be better at it. And right now, the goal is to post daily except for Sundays. But that might change. I might also still post on Sundays. We'll see how it goes. If I can get this, we'll see. But the way that I am planning to achieve that is I have kind of worked ahead already. I have like a content calendar done, and like I have been, not all of January is done, but like I have at least sketches done for most of January for the posts that I want to do. And so that's kind of how I've been preparing to keep this goal, is by like setting myself up to be able to. Like I've got the plans, I've got the ideas. It's not going to be sitting down the day of going, okay, crap, I got to post on Instagram. What am I going to post? I know what I am going to be saying. And so I am very excited to like do it, basically. And I'm also really excited to like kind of pair it with our art check, because I think that will help me a lot with staying on track of it. Just the way that like our art check in general helps me stay on top of actually designing things, like it's gonna help me post on Instagram because I know I'm gonna hear about it if I don't. So yeah.
I'm not that mean.
No, I don't mean it in like a, well, I'm gonna hear about it. It's like, no,
I'm messing
like,
with you.
You're not gonna be mean about it, but you're gonna say something. If I
will.
Like, not in a, why didn't you do it? It's like, so didn't post on
That's
Instagram.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. I do that. Yes, I do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, so. No, that's a fun one. Social media. I have some goals for social media too. I'd like to hit 200 followers. I'm at 118 right now. I'd like to hit 200. I should probably sit down and do a content calendar. I also would like to decide if I'm going to combine my personal page and my business page or not. Because I go so back and forth on it, but adding this third social media page might be the breaking point for me, where I'm like, no, I'm going back down to 2. And so I don't know, but for right now I'm keeping them separate, but I would like to hit 200. I think it would be really nice.
Yeah.
We've discussed combining and making one 48-hour art check thing. And I found like a loophole for what we were trying to do without creating a new page. Ooh. We could make our own hashtag.
Yes. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
No clue either. But I want to do that hashtag, and I want to like kind of make that hashtag like very specifically like us.
Yeah.
And use that hashtag over and over to display, like, if somebody clicks on it, they can see us, or we can promote that hashtag in our bios or anything else.
Yeah.
And just kind of use that.
Yeah.
So that, as far as other social media goals go, I want to post more. I've just gotten out of it.
Yeah.
And I want to post more. And I want to post more, like, my photography posts do better than my design posts.
Yeah.
And it's because most of my design posts are like behind the scenes stuff. And so I probably want to get some more photography done and work on that a little bit. But my Photoshop skills, stuff like that, do before and afters of editing. But I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's all my social media goals. But I have financial goals. Is that like allowed?
Yeah.
I am in a good amount of debt. I'm in a very, very healthy amount of debt. Is the way we're gonna put it. Looking on the bright side here, but for my goal in the next like 3 months is to be out of credit card debt.
There you go.
I'm not that far into debt in my credit card, except for the fact that my interest starts next month. Yeah. And I'm in debt enough that each month my debt is going to go up by $100 or $150. And so my goal is to pay that off.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that, and this is not meant to be political or anything. I'm getting on Medicaid. And so I'm hoping that I can use the money that I spend on the school health insurance, which, nothing against school, it's not the best health insurance, and it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
It's extremely expensive for broke college students. And so I'm going to try and use that money to pay off my credit card debt and then avoid taking out more loans.
There you go.
I don't think I'm going to be 100% successful because I use loans to like buy the things that I need for school, like textbooks and stuff. Because like my what is it called? My scholarship and my Pell Grant cover like my tuition and my housing. But like if I want to buy like design stuff, like animation stuff. Yeah. So I don't think that's going to be 100% successful, but I at least just don't want it to jump by like $5,000 just this year.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of a financial goal.
And I think that's a really good goal to have, especially to not take out more loans, because that, I feel like, is what got me. Because when I got close to the end of school, I really wanted to be done with school. So so normally I would go home and like work really hard, like work full time and save up money and then go back. And towards the end, I was like, I don't want to do that. I just want to be done. And so I started taking out loans, and that's like really what got me, is that last little bit. And so I think that's a really good goal, to just not take out more debt.
Yeah. Well, what got me is the one semester that I did at Texas Tech. Recom Tech, I love that school, but that one semester in itself just killed. I think I have like $6,000 to $8,000 just from that one semester in debt. And then every other semester, I wind up taking about $1,000 out. But when my laptop crashed, I had to apply for another loan because I had to empty my savings account and get a credit card.
Yeah.
Use both of those to pay for a laptop.
Yeah.
And then I had to take out another loan to pay off the credit card. It's a long cycle. But I just kind of, our professor, James Rognan, him and his wife, do the Rognan Project. Oh, we don't have that written.
I thought we did at the very bottom. We used to. Anyways.
Yeah, we used to, but we don't anymore.
Yeah.
On my screen, we just both went black, so I had a mini panic. But they post a bunch about like how they're getting debt free and stuff, and it's just inspiring me because I'm seeing how hard they're working to pay it off. Yeah. And it's making me realize how hard I'm gonna have to work to pay it off because I want to get a master's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I want to go back and be a professor. And so just like I want to not like have that much debt. Yeah. I still want to I can't avoid having debt. At this point, I'm already too far in. But I just want to avoid,
building
tens
it more.
of thousands. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just like a financial goal for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really have a financial goal, but you talking about that just reminded me that I have to start paying my student loans back next month. So yeah, I now have a financial goal. And that is to get a job so I can pay my loans.
Did you ever hear back about that one job that we were talking about?
We'll talk about it after.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Another goal that I have is I want to be more involved in the art community, if that makes sense. And yeah, like because I've had people like suggest books to me and like suggest artists to follow, and I just want to be more involved in that. So I'm starting off, I asked for Christmas for The War of Art, which is a book that the both of us have lots of people have recommended that book to us. And so I got that for Christmas, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm starting off by reading that book, and I'm going to become more active on Twitter. Probably not as active as I'm going to be on Instagram, but
that's fair.
I'm going to be on Twitter. And yeah, I just really want to make the strides to like I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to like do it so that I can gain recognition. It's more of I just want to know people who are also doing art. Like I want to have that experience. So yeah, those are the first couple steps. That goal is not as well thought out as my Instagram one is. But yeah, I just want to like read more books and listen to podcasts. And I think the other part of it is I'm terrible with remembering names. And so I think I'm going to have to start working on remembering names. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love like getting to know people in the art community. Twitter has helped. Twitter has helped a bunch. Even just like, you know, I post something and like whether it's for my art page, because that's combined, and that's kind of where I'm headed with the Instagram, is like my personal Twitter and my business Twitter are combined.
Yeah.
And you know, I think I have like 20 followers or something like that on Twitter. But the fact of it is, one second. Sorry.
No, you're good.
The point of it is just like having that many just I'm totally lost my train of thought. One second. The reason I like Twitter is because you can see everybody else posting and everybody else just like what they're working on, because people will post sketches on there. They'll post just anything. They'll post like links to YouTube videos. They'll post all this stuff. I follow all of like the Adobe stuff on Twitter, and that's cool because they're like, here's a tutorial on how to use this Adobe program. I'm like, I don't use it, but I'm curious, and so I'll just go watch it. And so it's just, I don't know, I highly recommend using Twitter to integrate yourself more in the art community. But I also just like the art community because that's where all my friends are.
Yeah.
It's all my friends. Like, it's just so nice to have that. But yeah, that's a good goal.
Yeah. That's kind of what I want from it too, is I want to have friends there, because I hate to say it, but I don't really have a life right now. Like, not having a job, I go to church and I do art check. And so it's like, all right, I need more people to interact with. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Kind of nervous about it because I've never been great at making friends, but yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, no, it's a blast. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get out of Rexburg. And
You're gonna have a job, is what it is.
Maybe. It depends on where I move, and my internship and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, my thing is like, I want to make sure I have art friends after I leave Rexburg, because like Rexburg is just so easy because like that's a college campus. It's the comms department. It's a visual comms department.
Yeah.
And so like it's super easy. And so I don't know. That's why I got on Twitter, because I was recommended to me so many times. I took the social media class, and I just kept on being told Twitter is like the underground for artists. Twitter's the and I was like, I don't like Twitter, but I'll hop on it. And now I love Twitter because like I can scroll through my feed and see like sketches, you know, as I was saying. It's just cool because you can also see what like people that you follow liked. Like those will pop up.
Yeah.
And so like I follow Professor Kerr, and like I see some of the stuff that he likes, and he likes just like cool things that people are doing, and then I go follow them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a cool, I don't know. I would recommend it to anybody that wants to get more involved in the art community. I would recommend it. Yeah. And steering away from Facebook, because that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah. And this was almost like a month ago. I totally forgot about it until right now. But Professor Kerr and Emily Gunnell, I think, they both posted about a new social media.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I might check that out too. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah,
the hope for that, from my understanding, because I've heard them talk about it, is like it is supposed to start to kind of replace Facebook a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you know, Facebook just everything. Yeah, like speaking of how terrible social media apps are, I have to figure out how to change my YouTube settings so I don't get fined the money.
Right.
Because I still haven't set that up, and it's January 1st.
Right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that after. But just like, it's supposed to just like replace it, because all these social medias are kind of putting these ridiculous rules on artists and creators. And like,
Yeah.
Especially like Facebook. Facebook's making it super hard. Instagram is making it harder, and then YouTube has just kind of the last straw for everybody. Everybody's kind of mad about it, but
yeah,
it's just so that it's like Wix Social or something like that.
yeah,
Wix
yeah.
W Social, something with Wikipedia, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But
cool.
Trying to think who went last with a goal. I think it was you.
I
art
just talked about wanting to be more involved in the art community, and that means reading books, listening to podcasts, being on Twitter, and remembering people's names.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I texted you my goals. 1 second.
I believe
I
one of them was to graduate college.
Oh yeah. That's a decade goal.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to graduate college. I'm this far. Dropping out would just be the dumbest thing at this point.
Yep.
And the only reason I'm allowed to say that, or the only reason, not allowed, the only reason I'm able to say that is because I'm not in school right now.
Yep.
And so it's like, I don't miss school at all, but like the professors were right. Like I needed a break and I needed to step back from everything and just kind of be like, oh yeah, like maybe school isn't as bad as I think it is. And so they were right. But yeah, that's a goal. That's my goal. It was like to graduate. Yeah, to graduate with my bachelor's. I don't know if I'm gonna walk or anything.
You should. I skipped the ceremony where all the
I'm skipping that.
People talk.
I'm skipping that.
Yeah, but I walked across the stage because like that was a big moment for me because college was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and so I wanted to be able to walk across the stage and have that moment. So
yeah, maybe I will. I think there are certain people in my life that would tell me that I need to walk, and so I feel like I probably will wind up walking. But right now, I don't.
It's your graduation.
I know. I want to celebrate. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but it's also not until April of 2022. So
well, and sorry, I'm just gonna keep talking about it for a second. The other part of it that's really cool is they have you sit in like the front, and then your teachers sit right behind you. So like,
oh, that's cool.
The big it all ends, and then you stand up and you turn around, and they're all right there, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think you should. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. So
maybe I'll do it. I think the main reason I would do it is because I just like I don't know who I'm graduating with because all my friends are graduating before me. And so I don't know, but like I know I want to like walk across the stage and I want to get pictures with the professors and I want to do all that. I just don't. I'm so back and forth on it.
Yeah. I also was worried about that and also thought that, but when I got there and was like looking for where the communications people sit, I ended up so like half of the people from 462 were all graduate. Like everyone else on the other team was graduating. And then I was the only one from our team that was like there. And so I sat with like a bunch of people from our class, and then like I knew half the people on my row, and there was a group of people behind me. And so it was this really cool moment of like walking in there and trying to find a seat. I was like, I don't know anyone that I'm going to be graduating with. Like none of my friends are going to be graduating at the same time. But then like sitting down and realizing that I knew half the people I was sitting with, and like we weren't close friends, but we were still like a group of, I don't know. It's a cool thing. You do what you want.
Yeah. I don't know yet. That's a goal. Another goal of mine, just like I start my agency job in 8 days.
Right.
And so like succeeding there is a goal.
Yeah.
At least, no matter how long I do it, if I like it or not, I just want to succeed in it. So
yeah.
That's kind of just another goal because I've never done agency work. So that's a goal of mine, just like succeed where I'm at.
Yeah. And I think you will, especially if you're making that a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I hear stories about it and like, I don't know, I just want to 16th. But I'm also just like super hesitant because next semester is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
For me. Like 35 hours a week at one job, trying to get another job off campus just for some extra cash, and then like doing the agency job on top of both of those jobs. Plus, you know, having a social life and a relationship, and
yeah,
it's going to be fun. My goal is to not die.
Yeah.
Is that allowed to be a goal?
Yes.
Not die inside.
Yes. You can't die during 2020.
That's a goal.
It's a goal. It's happening now.
Who would you 48-hour art check with?
Yeah. What would I do? For real. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons why you shouldn't die in 2020, but that is one.
No. I'm not joking about it. Isn't like die. I'm saying like die inside.
I know.
Just to clarify for everybody out there. But yeah, no. I'll stick around. I'll do my best not to die inside. 48-hour art check gives me something to look forward to. Yeah. So my goal is to keep doing this, but I feel like that's both of our goals.
It is. It's a big one. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I feel like I had a bunch of goals. And now I need to write them down. Yeah. Oh, do you want to switch from talking about goals that we're doing to talking about how to keep this energy and motivation that everyone has at the beginning of the year?
Sure.
Okay. Because we're making yearly commitments right now. This is going to be like a long-term goal. Mm-hmm. And I think that, so I read a book last year called This Is Day One. And it's from a guy who gave my favorite TED Talk, which was basically, he was talking about how he had always wanted to be like a big world changer and like do these amazing things. And there was a point in his life where he just really didn't feel like he was doing those things. And a girl came up to him and was like, well, he had been working at the student association of his college, and a girl had come up to him and was like, you know, you changed my life. And she went on to tell this story about how on her first day of college, she wasn't sure she was going to stay. And she was waiting in line with her parents to get her like orientation packet. And he was walking around handing up lollipops to everyone. And there was like a guy standing in line in front of her. And so he walks up and gives a lollipop to the guy. And he's like, hey, you should give her this candy. Like, you should give her a piece of candy. And so this awkward, shy kid turns around and gives the candy to the girl, and she takes it. And then the guy turns to the parents of the girl and is like, look at that, one day away from home, and she's already taking candy from strangers. Like, what are you going to do? And everyone laughed. And he talks about how he didn't even remember that moment, but she ended up dating that guy, and they were getting married. And like, he had such a big impact on their lives in a moment that he didn't even think about. So this book isn't actually even anything about that, but I just like love that story. That's what his TED Talk is about. And you should totally go check out that TED Talk if I could remember names of things, but I can't. But his book is called This Is Day One. And the first, it's a book about leadership. And the first part of it is talking about how the best way to achieve any goal or to establish any habit is to approach every day as if it's the first day you're doing something. Because like the first day that you're doing it is always the day that you're working the hardest to make sure you achieve it. And so if you mentally in your head are believing, all right, this is day one, I have to do it, I have to get started, it's going to help you to carry on that momentum and push you further. Thank you, Drew Dudley. I love you. Kayla's the best, everyone. Drew Dudley, This Is Day One. Also, check out his TED Talk. It's great. But but I kind of have loved and adopted that mindset after that of like, you have to treat every day like it's the first day you're doing something. Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing that I'm going to try and use to push this motivation and to keep it going. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I do really well with like social accountability.
Yeah.
Like if I say I'm going to do something, I do really well doing it. If I don't say out loud that I'm going to do something, it doesn't happen. And so, which is why I really like the 48-hour art checks. Because like I have to hold myself accountable to other people. And so I don't know. I'm almost like thinking like if we should just do like a goal check-in.
Yeah,
Like,
add it to the beginning.
Yeah, just like a goal check-in. Because like I feel like it would be interesting because, you know, come to think of it, I have a goal like to work out and like do all this stuff because I was super in shape in high school, and obviously I don't look like I'm not in shape, but just like I'm not like I eat junk food all the time, and like I'm not in shape. I can't run. I can't walk upstairs without getting winded. It's bad. But like, you know, I just have like this like personal goal to go do that. And I just need accountability partners. If I say I'm ever going to do it by myself, I just get depressed and then I don't do it. Like, just going to be straight up. Like, and I don't know. I mean, you were talking about like how you have like this mindset for it. I have a really hard time changing my mindset for stuff like that. Like it's easier for me. Like I've been working a lot on like an optimistic mindset and like self-love. Like that was my whole like New Year's resolution last year was like I wanted to actually like love myself and like not, you know, I had a bunch of negativity. And so I achieved that and I have a more optimistic mindset. But like anytime it comes to like goals of like I want to go work out, I'm gonna do this, I always get like 3 weeks in and then I'm like, no, because I will just get like depressed and I'll just kind of hit this wall. And if nobody else knows that I was trying to do that, like it never existed. Like the only reason that my animation got done is because I told so many people about it. And I knew that. And that's why I told people. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just social accountability works really well for me.
Yeah.
Anything else, it never really sticks.
Yeah.
As far as how to like keep up the feeling of like wanting to do it, there's a TED Talk, and I don't know the name of it, and I don't even know if they've written a book or anything, but it basically was just talking about like how many hours it takes to get good at something, and that's one TED Talk. And then there's another one. It might be a TED Talk, or I might have just read an article on it or something. But it was basically talking about like how many days it takes for something to become a habit. And so with how many days it takes for something to become a habit, like once you've passed that point, it's no longer like, oh, I got to do this thing. It's just like, oh, okay, this is a thing that I do.
Yeah.
And so I feel like what happens is like the first 3 or 4 days, everybody's like pumped. And then like days, probably like 6 through 10. I think it's like 20 something days it takes. I can't remember. Oh, my memory. I can't remember.
I feel like it's 30.
Maybe it's 30. But like basically like the first 5 days, it's like it's fine, you're good. And then like probably days like 5 through 15, you're like, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I dislike this. And then I'd say like 15 through 25, you're kind of still like gritting through it, and then like 25 through the rest of it, you're pretty set. Like it's just like a thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just interesting because like it's those 5 through 15, like there's like 10 days in there where like it makes or breaks you, and it always breaks me every single year. I think the only habit I've like successfully established is like is 48-hour art check. And it's seriously because of social accountability.
Yep.
And I'm going to talk about them a bunch just because they've been doing so great about goals and just sharing them. The Rognan Project. they said this whole thing about like having an accountability partner. And of course for them it's, you know, each other, like they're married, but like for us, like we just have like this like bi-week or not bi-weekly, twice a week accountability built in. And so it's seriously like that like partner accountability, having like an
Yeah.
accountability partner. I strongly agree with them on that. I like read their whole
Yeah.
thing about it, and like it's just it again once it's like the difference of fighting a battle alone versus fighting a battle with other people, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like they like do much to help, but it's just like when you get defeated you can text them and be like, hey, I hate this, but I told you I was going to do it, you know,
Yeah.
and they're able to help.
Yeah.
um and it's just, I don't know, it's nice because like again, like it's built in for us because we chose to do this thing, and I don't even know what round we're on.
31.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've done this a bit.
No, 32. I lied. It's 32.
Still, we've done this a bit.
Yeah.
And it's just nice because it's like become built in. Like it's something that we do like on Mondays and Wednesdays. And like it's funny too. It's not like we just like show up on Mondays and Wednesdays, but Mondays and Wednesdays we always like text each other and we're just like, hey, what are we doing?
Are we doing this?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it has to do a lot with planning, but like there's planning paralysis. And so for me, like it's really comes down to like the accountability, the social accountability, the accountability partner, just any accountability. I need it. Otherwise it's not happening.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to happen for me, which is not, I don't like admitting it, but I'm just one of those people where it's like, if it's only me, who knows if I don't do it, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, that's how I maintain my stamina.
Yeah.
Plus, and this is one that I feel like both of us do this. We surround ourselves with people that like we don't like, they're not necessarily better than us, but we feel like we have to strive to meet them, like meet their level.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact I do this, and I'm pretty sure that you do as well, just from like conversations that we've had, where it's like you want, like we both like want to surround ourselves with people that like we want to meet their level, and so it makes it easier to achieve our to maintain stamina because we're seeing somebody else produce something and we want to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Essentially, thanks professors for for pushing us to be better.
Yeah.
And just, you know, people surrounding us. It's just, I don't know. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I guess all of my stuff is like from social interactions, which is interesting because I'm extremely introverted.
Yeah. I think that's all is. Wow. I can't talk anymore today. I also think that is interesting.
Yeah. I have like no self-motivation apparently.
Same. It's the worst. I had another thing that I was just thinking about that helps me stay motivated. Oh, no. Sorry. I think so this is another thing that I wanted to talk about that I haven't run by you just yet, but I think you will agree. And it's just that I think there's a tendency with New Year's resolutions to give up once you fail the first time. Like so one of my goals that I haven't mentioned yet is I'm going to give up fast food and soda. And I think that there is a tendency to like, if you slip up and you have a soda and then it's like, oh, well, I had a soda, so like the goal's over type thing. I think that is a mentality that people with successful New Year's resolution goals don't have, because like just because you fail once doesn't mean you have to stop trying to keep that goal. Like we're not talking about all or nothing, but like any improvement is like any words. What I'm like, if I have like 3 sodas in the next year, that's a huge improvement over the amount of sodas I drank before. So like any amount of effort is still making you a better person. So just because you fail your goal or you fall short of like posting on Instagram or whatever, that doesn't mean you should quit or like give up, because it's a year. You have time.
366 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I was just thinking about this because I talked a little bit about my financial goals, but the semester that we first met, I don't think anybody, I think towards the end, everybody kind of figured it out, but like the last like month of school, I was like living like off of my roommate's food. Like I did not have money in my bank account. I was in a really weird bank situation where if I dropped below $100, they would fine me like 25. And so I had $100 in my bank account and it was even. And if I dropped a cent, they were going to take 25 and I didn't have the money to like replenish it. And basically I just like didn't keep track of my money at all. Like I just, and it was just bad. And then this year, I started off with less money than I typically get because I took less classes. And I made more money by working, but I just couldn't figure it out because I was still hitting short. And so I literally had to sit down with the same guy that I've been talking about, and like literally made an appointment with him in his office. He was like, if you need to get your finances in order, like I will help you. Like because I just told him I was like, I'm broke and I don't even know where my money's at. I have no clue. Like I was literally just super lost. And he was like, I'm not like trying to like impose or anything, but if you want help, and I was like, please, please help me. And so like I made this budget and like I'm supposed to have this personal budget and stuff. And financially I'm 10 times better than I was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But I still do have like struggles with like not spending money when I'm, supposed to, when I'm not supposed to. Like, and so it's really hard because there was like a week or two in there where I was like, I messed up this whole thing. I can't recover from it. Like I've spent too much money. I think I bought something that like was justified to be bought. I think I bought like fast food a couple times because I just didn't have time to eat. And like it wasn't in my budget. But like, and the thing is like it would have been so easy for me to like stop typing stuff into my budget because like you kind of feel defeated when you have to face the fact that like you messed up, and I feel like that's why people give up, is because they don't want to face the defeat.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so like for me, like there's nobody else that I'm accountable to except for like when I fall short of having to pay my rent next semester or something, which isn't going to happen, but like it would have happened if I hadn't set this up and actually tried my best to stick to it. And it's just like one of those things where it's like it's so hard to face that defeat. But yeah, if you drink 3 sodas next year, even if you drink 10, like that's probably way less than the past year.
Yeah.
Like for me, like if I save like $100 a paycheck, next semester I'm making more money. So if I save, $400 a paycheck, that's way more than I was saving 3 months ago because I was buying anything I wanted. Literally, I was like, oh, I have money, and I would just like spend it. And it was literally like the dumbest thing. I have a credit card, I'm going to charge it. And it was just like really, really bad decisions. And like now I have this budget and like it's great. And so the moral of that is like, one, if you mess up, that doesn't mean that you've messed up for good. Whether it is budgeting or eating differently or working out or any goal at all. I've never met anybody that has never slipped up on a goal, or like never gotten close to slipping up or just like anything like that, in every single aspect of their life. And so I think it's just like one of those things where it's like, you can't at the first sign of trouble, you can't give up because you're still better off than you were.
Mm-hmm.
And also asking for help isn't bad.
Yeah.
I really had to learn that last semester. Just like seriously, I just it wasn't much that we talked about on the show, but like I was going to lose my counseling services. I didn't have the money to go to anywhere else. I almost didn't have the money to take off school next semester. I almost didn't have the money for groceries. I went 2.5 weeks without going to the grocery store the last semester.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I messed up on my personal goal and now I need to make up for it. And it wasn't like painful or anything. Like I would make mac and cheese or like pancake. I had a lot of pancakes and eggs and stuff. Just like a lot of breakfast foods because those are cheaper.
Yeah.
And they're still full of protein and everything. But with all of that, like, it's okay to ask for help because I wouldn't have even known how financially screwed I was without asking for help. I would not even be close to where I'm at right now financially. And then seriously, also, like, you can always make up for it. There's always something that you can do to fix it. Maybe you can't take away, like I couldn't get the money back that I spent.
Yeah.
That money's spent forever. But, if I spent that money, I just had to figure out a way to, counteract it or like, figure out how I was going to kind of get back on the horse and keep up with that goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's an important one. And also, like, this is something too, as somebody that has struggled with addiction, this is the time of year where a lot of people are like, I'm done smoking or like, I'm done drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's a cliche or anything. Like, if that's what you decide, do it. I have my personal beliefs. I regret that I ever smoked. But I did that. Seriously, 2018, I was like, or 2017, I was like, I'm done smoking. And then it was like a week later, I was like, I'm done smoking again because I messed up. And then in January, I was like, I'm done. And then March again. And like, I messed up multiple times, but it was like, it became like I would quit. And then I had like 2 weeks where I stopped. And then I would quit and I'd have like 3. And then I'd quit. I'd have like 3 weeks and then I'd do it again and then I'd quit again. Like, and so like quitting cold turkey, like if you have an addiction, quitting cold turkey is the worst. I did it like the best that I could pretty much. Weaning yourself off of stuff most people do, but I couldn't do it. I just had to quit. Every time like I would do it and I would literally just have to cut it off and like throw out the cigarettes.
Yeah.
And so like my point with that is like if you have an addiction and you mess up, like that's not the end. If you've gone 2 weeks without smoking, but you used to smoke every single day, that's 14 days where you didn't.
Yeah. And that's huge.
Yeah. And so just like thinking about that, like quitting, any amount of quitting, whether or not you mess up, like if you have made a little bit of success, that's a success. And don't put completely unreasonable goals.
Yeah.
Reasonable ones. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like if I wanted to buy a car, my goal for this year was to buy a car. That is the most unreasonable goal that I could put on myself. There's no way. Like, I still have a wrecked moped from when I crashed twice last semester.
Yeah.
Like, in my parking garage that I haven't even been able to get fixed. There's no way I'm buying a car. Like, none. But if I have $100 towards a car at the end of this year, that is $100 more towards a car than I had right now.
Yeah.
And so it's just like moderation and keeping realistic goals. I don't know. I'm just talking. Butt in, man. Please butt in. I'm having to like speak quieter. I'm having to speak quieter because these are pretty close to noise canceling. And so somebody came in to tell me to quiet down because I think I was yelling.
Oh.
Which is why I had to mute myself.
Yeah.
Because like these are super noise canceling. And so I'm like quieting down and my voice is getting raspy. And so butt in with whatever. Because I'm okay with this going a little bit over an hour because I feel like this is a really important one.
Yeah.
And this is setting up our year. It's literally day 1.
Yeah. Day 1, man. We did it.
Yeah. You know what I would like to do is like, I don't want to bring Fridays back, but like for me, like I feel like I canceled a lot last semester, I feel like I was the one canceling a lot last semester. And so for me, like, I'm literally, I think I'm going to put like a limit on how many times I'm allowed to cancel.
I think that's a good idea. I think we should put a limit on how many times we're allowed to cancel. And maybe not like cancel in a year, but like cancel in a month. If that makes sense. Like we're only allowed to cancel like once a month.
Yeah, I think
both of us get one day that we can cancel. So in reality, it could be we'll cancel 2 times a month, but we can't cancel more than that.
Yeah, because I think we already only have like 6 art checks a month.
Yeah, because we do 2 wow.
2 a week.
2 a week.
Yeah. Like, just like, because for me, and like, you cancel, I want to say less than I cancel.
I don't know. I had a phase, but
there was a phase, but I cancel more consistently. to be honest. Okay. and so I really do. I want to put like a limit on how many times I can cancel, because like I can already tell you, like, I'm gonna have to use a day in February because I'm going to Texas with my boyfriend. And so like I'm gonna have to quit there because I'll be in a car and that's not happening. I'm not. Yeah. He would actually be involved in 48-hour art checks. He's an artist, but it's not happening.
I can.
We'll just put it up on the dashboard. It's super unsafe. But no, like, it's just one of those things where like that's a personal thing for me. And like everybody that's listening, everybody, you, like, we're gonna have to hold me accountable to that, like, once a month cancellation. Because I don't know, like, I feel like if one of us cancels, the other one cancels. Like, it's like becomes more easier to cancel.
Yeah.
And so, and I am always the victim of starting it. I'm always the cause of it being started. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not in the mood. We're not doing it. And like, that's such a bad thing because I always get in the mood to do it while we're on.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a mess. I don't know. That's a personal thing, I guess. Just public accountability. Right now, I'm saying it. I'm only allowed to cancel once a month.
Yeah.
Unless extenuating circumstances.
Yeah. We're doing it. Boom.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Any other goals? I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. So we hit on everything.
I'm trying to think because I think there was something that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. Oh, I just wanted to say, like, New Year's resolutions aren't cliche. I feel like they've become kind of like cliche and everybody kind of jokes about them.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I'm excited because I don't think I've ever really set up New Year's resolutions before.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this, like I've never done it because I'm like, oh, those are dumb. But also, like, this is, yeah, like, this is the first time where I'm starting off the year in a good mental headspace.
Yeah. It's gonna be the best year. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and so like, I don't know, I don't think they're cliche. And if it's July and you're watching this back, it's not too late.
Yeah,
start a resolution today. Start a resolution whenever. Like, the only reason that I've achieved my financial goal for today is because I haven't gone anywhere. And I haven't got on Amazon.
There you go.
That's it. Like, that's pretty much, like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're watching or listening to this in January, just January, July, August, I don't care if it's December 25th and you're listening, it's just December 25th, 2020, and you're listening to this. You got 6 days. Start your resolution.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Motivation from Kayla and Kaitlin.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
All right. I think that is a good place to end it. So, if you want to see any of my stuff, this is my Instagram down there. That's my Instagram that is connected to my New Year's resolution, and that is the one I will be posting on almost daily. We'll do it. Yeah, this is Kayla's Instagram. that is her Twitter. And then down in the description is my website, YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Kayla's website and YouTube channel. Along with Twitter, I believe, is down there too.
Yeah, and our portfolios.
Yes. So if you want to check out anything that we do, it's all down there. Thank you so much for. Oh yes, we talked about the Rognan Project a lot today. And Drew Dudley, This Is Day One, is the book that I was talking about. So check those out. Thank you so much for joining us, and good night.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.